right, welcome kings and queens. As of last night, there has been an update in the Shanquella Robinson case. The Mexican authorities have issued an arrest warrant. So in my last video, I shared that I suspect that they may be releasing that warrant in red file sooner opposed to later. And it seems as if we can all exhale. We can just exhale for a moment. This is a big step, in my opinion, in the right direction. Let's take a look at the official announcement. But before we do, for those of you who are just tuning in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Queen Shiba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television. But most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Thus today, Mexican police have issued an arrest warrant in the death of that American tourist, Shanquella Robinson. Investigators say they believe the 25-year-old was killed by an acquaintance.
And now there are new questions about how justice will work across the border here. Matt Rivers has more from Mexico City.
Mexican authorities say they believe 25-year-old U.S. citizen Shanquella Robinson was killed by an acquaintance, another American woman, while on vacation in Los Cabos. Robinson was found dead at a luxury resort in late October, traveling with a group of friends, whose actions immediately became suspicious. In one now viral video, too violent to show, Robinson is seen being severely beaten by another woman in her hotel room, while at least two people in the room watch or record the incident. In another, someone films Robinson taking a nap the day before she was killed. A police report from the day she died says guests at the resort called for medical help, claiming she had drunk a lot of alcohol. A doctor said she was, quote, stable but dehydrated, adding that the guests refused to bring her to a hospital. The police report said she went into cardiac arrest and was declared dead at 6 p.m. But an autopsy obtained by ABC News contradicted that report, saying she was declared dead 3 hours earlier, suffering from a severe spinal cord injury and a dislocated neck.
They attacked her and there was nothing she could do, and all she could say is no.
It's a small step, but you know what? We'll take it. I consider this a Good News Tuesday because we were not expecting this, according to the Mexican authorities. Remember, they said 15 days. So considering the fact they were able to turn this thing around in 48 hours, we'll take it. It's a Good News Tuesday. As we all know, this case has touched us in so many ways. It's triggered so many emotions, from anger to sadness, indifference, and downright confusion, because there's just been so many rumors, so many accusations. But God is good, and I expect justice to the fullest. These Mexican prisons are not anything to play with. Anyone harboring those fugitives, you should take heed. Now that arrest warrant has been issued, the best thing you can do at this point in time is to encourage them to turn themselves in, all of them. We still don't know the name. They have not officially released the name that is listed on the arrest warrant. However, we would not be wrong to assume that Dejanay Jackson is one of them. In my opinion, I don't believe there's only one name. Okay, here's why. I think we may be underestimating the Mexican government if we assume that they're only going to be picking up one suspect. I think there's more than one name, but I think they're playing it coy. They don't want to take any risk, and they're being extremely, extremely careful. Those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts as you tune in and listen? Do you feel like there's more than one name? Do you feel like what's her name? Dejanay, is it? One and done? Not only that, does this offer you a bit of relief? The fact that they have issued an arrest warrant. I'm hoping they can and will have him apprehended by the end of the week. It's wishful thinking on my part, but that's my hope. Have you ever watched, I want to switch gears just a little bit. Have you ever watched an episode of The First 48? Have you seen what happens in the interrogation room when they start to apply that pressure? Folks start talking, and that's what's happening now. Since they released that arrest warrant last night, Nazir is attempting to clear his name. Now, I'm going to share with you what he shared, but my issue is, Nazir, how come you didn't say all of this in the first place? Why now? Because you had every opportunity. You went live 3 times. You had every opportunity to say what you just posted on TikTok. So why hold all of that? And then boom, after they release the arrest warrant, now you come forth claiming your innocence, claiming your love for Shanquella and her mother. Why now? So apparently Nazir made a TikTok, which is now, it was a post and delete. It's now gone. And he gave us a bit more insight to the why. You know, it's not what you did, right? We want to know why. I think we've all been scratching our heads. We've come up with so much. And he offered some insight in that area. And I think we can all agree there is never, ever a reason to take someone's life. But it appears as if the attack may have been behind a man. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Allegedly, the women took issue with the text that was sent by Shanquella. They took issue with the text that Shanquella sent to a young man who is alleged to have been an ex-boyfriend of one of her close friends. Now, here's the thing. We don't know who the young lady is because Nazir claims that it was one of Shanquella's female best friends. And Shanquella texted the ex-boyfriend. Pause. Now, I believe, in my opinion, he could have easily said Dejanay's man or Winter's man, but he didn't. And this leads me to believe that there's a strong possibility that he was referring to a different young lady. And those girls use that as an excuse to attack Shanquella. Okay? Make it make sense. That tells me you've probably been feeling some kind of way from jump. You've been feeling that way from jump. We know Winter and Dejanay are not Shanquella's best friends in any shape or form. No one has ever assigned them that type of relationship with her. Okay, so we know that it wasn't your man. So why in the hell would you attack her behind some bullshit that had nothing to do with you? Which tells me that jealousy, that envy, Judas, has been sitting in your heart for quite some time. And you know the crazy thing about it? It's alleged that Shanquella didn't even want to go on this trip. That she actually, this is all alleged, decided to go last minute. Sometimes we got to go with our first instinct when it comes to people, you know. Now, back to Nazir. His words were, they all fought her. They all fought her until she passed. He didn't say Winter and Dejanay fought her. He said they all. You got to listen sometimes when people talk. So we hear they all fought her. We know there's a video of Dejanay, 2 videos of Dejanay attacking her. There's an alleged video of Winter attacking her, but you didn't say Dejanay and Winter. You say they all fought her. Who is they? We need to know all parties involved. If you're going to come out and speak, we need to know every party involved. We need name by name. Now, let's clarify something. We know it was not a fight because y'all went wild in the comments. It was not a fight. It was an attack, but I'm just quoting his words, okay? Now, take a second to think about this. Whatever slight they felt was dealt had nothing to do with them. So imagine them attacking that girl over something that is not connected to them. Okay? Something that they're not even involved with. So you woke her up. You planned this shit. You saw that text. You said, Winter said she did some messed up stuff while she was drunk. So I would assume you were drunk too. In your drunken state, y'all got together. Y'all talked about that probably after she went to bed. And then you stood on it the next morning and carried it out. Everybody coming in with phones and shit to record. That's crazy. In my opinion, you've been waiting to pop off on her. You've been waiting to square up on her. And Khalil, I hope they lock your ass up too. Because that was supposed to be your quote unquote best friend and you let it happen. I don't know to what extent you're involved, but Nazir Word said they all fought her. Well, Winter and Dejanay, since the two of you love to attack, you're going to have plenty of time to do so in San Juan del Cabo prison. As a matter of fact, there's no rest for the weary, honey. And I guarantee you, they are waiting for you. Those inmates have gotten word and they're waiting for you at the door.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
Thank you all for tuning in. I will continue to check in once an official arrest have been made. I believe due to the notoriety of this case and the sensitivity of it, in my opinion, I believe Mexico won't even make an announcement until they have her back in that country. That's just my opinion. I mean, no offense by saying that. It's too much to risk before transporting to even announce. So I think all of this will be kept under wraps with the assistance or with some level of assistance from the FBI. Until then, I will see you soon, and I wish you all a wonderful day.